This is the men's room.
Get it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The Drippers, the Grasshoppers, the Hip Ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Say hello to our friends jumping on right now in New Orleans, Bayou 95.7, also 96.5 WCMF, Rochester's Classic Rock, and our friends at 97.9 CPR Rocks in Biloxi, Mississippi. Big show for you today. As the drunken charge, Ryan Castle coming in to sit and spin today, the Hot 100 Top 10 Songs of All Time. This goes back to 1958. Ask the men's room's coming up. We'll drink it, tell us with the shot of the day, and another round of Profile This. Today, our question, as we have a college graduate going to Texas A&M, and every day she gets into a lake with Big Tex. Big Tex is a gargantuan alligator who was adopted in 2016. Big Tex is 14 feet long. He looks more like a saltwater crocodile. She says, I get in the water with that animal every day. He is one of my best friends. She's 21 years old.
That's the, like, maybe it hasn't attacked you, but when you say, hey, man, this is one of my best friends, just, you know.
She thinks this is completely normal to her. We have a butter sculptor in Des Moines, Iowa, who sculpts butter, and her whole life is butter. Never gets sick of butter. We don't have a whole lot in our garage fridge except for bottled water and butter. We're always stocked up on butter. No, there's never a time when we get sick of butter.
How big are these people?
I don't know. An Amish man starts an Uber rideshare service with his horse and buggy because in Colon, Michigan, that's completely normal. And there's a fly fishing tournament in Bath, Illinois. They're not using any type of lures, by the way, or rods and reels. No, they are catching Asian carp with their bare hands. The contest pits about 20 boats per heat versus countless numbers of carp. This year alone, as far as these fish are, and they're not good for the local environment. They got 5,338 Asian carp.
Damn.
The winning team, they pulled in 370 carp. Basically, all they do is they go and they stir the water up. Mm-hmm. These fish jump, and then they basically try to catch them.
Yeah, we had a comment earlier and said, look, man, not only said they're ugly bastards, they're a pain in the ass, they're devastating, but what he hated most is that they will jump out of the water, and he has been hit in the face while fishing.
And that's what they say. You felt what it feels like when they hit you.
Damn.
They are dangerous. They're trying to get rid of them. What can you now believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Will. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. So I had a buddy of mine who I had the pleasure of living with for a while, and I had to explain a lot of things to this guy, one of which being he thought that he thought that seahorses were fictional, which is kind of strange, but not that crazy.
Wait, how old was he? How old was he?
He's a 26-year-old man who thought seahorses were fictional.
Okay, see, that is strange. That is strange because you're 26 goddamn years old, man.
Is that because he saw Aquaman riding one and thought that nothing could be that big and thought it was just...
Or that Aquaman was tiny. But, like, hey, man, you're 26.
Yeah, he thought they were bigger than they actually were once I finally explained to him. But that's a bit weird. He also ate, in the food realm, he ate cold hot dogs wrapped in American cheese at the fridge, which was normal to him growing up, not normal to me.
Cold hot dogs wrapped with a piece of cheese.
American cheese, which is not even cheese. Yeah. It's a slab of oil, right?
So this guy also is partially colorblind. He has a hard time telling the difference between red and green. So in his mind, like a chicken or a turkey eats like seeds and grain, so their meat is brown. He can see that. But when a cow is a vegetarian, right? Cow eats mostly green things, so he thought that a steak was actually green. And it took him until 26 years old for somebody to tell him that that's not red meat. That's green. That's not green meat. That's actually red meat.
So he's colorblind, so it's understood that he sees green, but no one had even told him that no one else sees green meat.
Somehow. I don't know how you get...
Okay, how do you... If I have a kid who's colorblind, I understand that he would look at ketchup and say the ketchup's green. And that's when you take the moment to say, hey, man, it's green to you. When you see green, most people see red. No, and most people get that. I cannot believe he's 26 years old and no one told him, don't eat green meat.
But when you see green, you think it's delicious.
He does.
He does. Right. I mean, like, if he gets a medium rare steak, when he cuts into it, he needs to see some
look at that green blood.
Yeah.
I got that Vulcan steak.
So,
yeah, Mr. Spock.
Green,
but
green
the question,
means vegetables. It means, things that you don't really
green
find
meat
that great.
Means the end and a massive trip to the bathroom. So my question then is, if he saw the color red at all, would that have been green to us, in other words?
For him, it was just kind of gray. Like, pink was a complete mystery to him. So he'd heard, like, lightly pink in the middle, but he didn't understand. He just kind of let it pass because he didn't want to sound stupid asking the wrong question.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fair enough. I get that. But I would just think, like, for him, if he saw red meat, if he saw it red, like, don't eat that. Because everyone else is probably seeing, like, green meat, going like, man, that's the last thing you want to put in your mouth. Whatever happened to this guy?
He's a college graduate. He's a really smart guy. He just has a couple gaps in his knowledge, I guess.
Mean, okay, well, are you really smart if you don't think that seahorses are real at the age of 26?
You only know what you know sometimes. Like, there's certain things. I mean, you should know that, but I mean...
just stuff like that. Like, you don't have to be a freaking marine biologist to know whether or not seahorses are real, right? I mean, that's all. That's all. Like, you don't have to go to school to know whether or not a seahorse is real.
You could go to Petco.
You can go to Petco. You can turn on the TV. You can look at your buddy's aquarium. Something, man.
What could you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA. That's a good one, though.
That is a good one. Hello, Ramon. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. What's happening there, Ramon?
All right. So the one thing I couldn't believe, now rest in peace, Murph, the one thing I couldn't believe my cousin thought was okay is he would go to the bathroom and he would drop a deuce, but he lives in L.A. and they don't put their toilet paper in the actual toilet. They put it in their trash can, right? So I didn't know this, and I walked in his bathroom. I'm like, bro, you need to spray some air freshener because I am dying in here, completely dying. He's like, no, I did spray the air freshener. I put the toilet paper in the actual trash can, and I'm like, dude, you live in L.A., put it in the damn toilet. Everything's fine. He's like, no, this is the way we've been doing it for years. I'm like, dude, that is not what we do.
So what, is he from Mexico? I know a lot of Mexican hotels and stuff, they ask you to put the toilet paper.
He was born in Mexico, but he moved to L.A., when he was like 2 or 3. So his whole life is American.
But you're raised by your parents, right? So, like, your parents, if that's what you know, they're going to stick with, hey, put the toilet paper in the trash. That's how you're raised. So it's like, put it this way, it's like tying your shoes, right? Everyone can tie their shoes.
That doesn't make any sense, man.
But everyone ties them a little different just based on whoever taught you to tie.
Ramon, I'm telling you, one of the most difficult things I've ever done in my life was drop poopy toilet paper into a trash can. It was so weird for me to let it leave my hand and then drop into a trash can.
It just goes against.
I mean, I could not believe how much of a mental block I was going through to do this.
Sure.
It was disturbing, but I understand why, because the septic system there can't take paper. You don't want to block it up.
Why.
I get
it's
all
not that. It's just, you're right. Like something like that. Like, man, just as an American, that is my poop splatter on this balled up piece of paper. Like the idea of putting it in the trash is, I don't know if I can I can't do it, man.
Right. No, just still to this day, that's one of those things where I'm like, I tell people, like, if you're going to go there, just know this.
Was it for a week? Were you there a week?
Oh yeah. And
wait, how often is the trash can checked? Because he's right. Like, you throw the poop in the trash can, the stink of that has to be...
They all have lids on them. But as soon as you open that up, lid. You open that up, man, and that's the thing. You have to use so much toilet paper if you don't want the evidence to be visible. In other words...
Man,
you have to wrap toilet paper around what you just wiped with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't want, like, God forbid, like... some hot chick followed you into the bathroom.
You know my God.
Right. And the smell doesn't go away.
Do you just eat sesame seeds by a handful?
What can you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
What up, gentlemen?
Hola.
Yeah, probably weirdest thing I've experienced. This chick I know moved down here from Canada. I used to manage some restaurants, Covington, Maple Valley area. And her and I are out to breakfast one morning at Denny's or whatever it was, Sherry's. We both get French toast, and I put syrup on it, and she looks at me like I've lost my mind, and then she proceeds to put ketchup on hers.
Oh! She's Canadian. That's where all the maple syrup comes from.
That's what I said. And she said, well, we don't do that there. Her argument was,
it's a maple.
Look, like you put ketchup on eggs. I'm like, yeah, when you're like 4 or 5 years old, like I'm an adult now. I put, whatever.
But even if you put ketchup on eggs are more safe. Like ketchup typically goes on a fairly savory dish.
A team called the Maple Leafs.
Right. You have a team.
Jesus Christ, man.
But French toast is kind of sweet, man. I mean, like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like the idea of something mildly cinnamony and ketchup really does not make my mouth water.
There's nothing wrong with putting ketchup.
No, I finally caved and tried it.
And?
No.
Okay, look, you're right. No. I do agree. There's something very 5-year-old. There's something very juvenile about putting ketchup on eggs. It's not the worst thing in the world. When I've tried it, I'm like, all right, I get it. It's eggs and
it's fine,
ketchup, but yeah, I never got that.
I don't do it on eggs so much, but when I look at my kids, man, they put ketchup on.
What's the strangest thing they put ketchup on?
The one that bothers me, if there's any kind of chicken dish, it just pisses me off.
They dip chicken in ketchup.
My daughter will. And listen, there's not a meal you can put in front of her where ketchup does not need to be on the side.
Dude, there's no real meal that ketchup doesn't go with any chicken meal.
This is my point, man. So as I'm sitting there, and you get mad at your kids for what they won't eat, right? That's generally like, just try this or do that, whatever it is. But you don't really get mad for what they will eat. And I have to bite my tongue as I'm looking at her, and everyone's eating whatever they're eating. And here's this big ass blob of ketchup, and she has chicken, and not chicken nuggets. I'm saying like grilled chicken, whatever it is. And I'm like, God damn it, I really wish you would stop doing that. And I can't take my eyes off of her. And she puts a very liberal amount of ketchup, man, and pops this stuff down. And I just want to be like, you're effing disgusting. But I don't say that. But I want to say that. Freaks me out.
Maybe breaded chicken.
Like I said, if it's chicken nuggets,
like a nugget,
I get it, man.
But
I don't know. It grosses me out.
Still to come, Ryan Castle, Drug and Charge into Sin Spin. Today we'll get the Hot 100 Top 10 Songs of All Time. So more of your phone calls coming up on our question. What can you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
For the 6th year in a row, fans of the animated series My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, are converging at the Baltimore Convention Center for the annual BronyCon, a celebration of brony culture.
BronyCon.
The convention began in New York in 2011 with just 100 attendees and has exploded in popularity. It is held throughout the weekend, 3 days, and includes events such as concerts, fiction writing workshops, and even bingo. Expected guests
bingo
include Tony Award winner and Grammy nominee Lena Hall, the voice of Countess Coloratura.
Countess. I tried to get through this myself. I don't know. If you're a brony,
Countess Coloratura, who will be on hand. She'll be there. There's also Bronypalooza, 2 days of fandom music featuring 15 separate sets. BronyCon starts at 10 and runs through Sunday at the convention center in Baltimore. Admission is $50, but you can get a 3-day pass for $80. Children under 5 get in free.
They should.
What can you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA.
All right, we have a few comments here, and one of them, it kind of, I guess it goes with, we were talking to a guy who said, look, I had a roommate who was 26 years old and did not know that seahorses were a real creature. So this says, I'm 21 years old, and I just discovered that narwhals are not, in fact, fictional. And then they add, mind-blowing. I can see having a harder time buying into a narwhal than buying into a seahorse. But we continue. We were talking about food and odd, weird food combinations, et cetera, et cetera. This guy says, I was raised to enjoy peanut butter on, take a guess.
I don't know.
Hot dogs.
Peanut butter on hot dogs?
To this day, I cannot eat a hot dog unless there's peanut butter on it, and I'm 41 years old.
Man, I got to tell you, first time I ever had a hamburger with peanut butter, I was skeptical, and it was good. So I'm not going to count. You told me that. I'm not going to count peanut butter out of anything yet. I mean, if you'd have told me the cream cheese was on a hot dog, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But,
yeah, we can put peanut butter on your hot dog.
And then I had it, and I was like, all right, I get it.
And delicious. One more comment says, I had a 20-year-old roommate couple. I said that stars, basically, they're just the sun. They're just far, far away. But no, they insisted, no, stars are stars and they're little. To them, they won the argument.
Have you ever heard of anyone, I know one person in my lifetime, that one of the favorite, late night snacks in the world, as far as maybe getting stoned, but it was started out as a childhood thing and has lasted throughout. It's one of their favorite things. is the potato chip sandwich. The potato chip sandwich is traditionally, in her world, challah bread with white bread or white sliced bread, and then regular plain-ass potato chips. Between two slices of bread. That's it.
Oh, I thought you were going to put something else on there.
No, just potato chip sandwich. Have you ever heard of this?
No, I mean, like, I've had many sandwiches where I have, like, I don't know, turkey or salami on the sandwich, and then I will put potato chips on there because to me that makes sense, but I never thought, you know what? I don't even need the turkey or salami. Because I just eat the chips out of the bag.
Here's a weird one for me growing up, and it was an Italian household, but whatever. Sliced pepperoni fried in a pan.
A couple of my friends' parents would do that. It's not something I was really down with. My father,
it's not real healthy.
Loved bologna. We had a thing.
No, pepperoni.
Now, Robin, you lived, near Norfolk, Virginia, right? Norfolk, Portsmouth, Tidewater, all that kind of stuff. So I do not know if this is a family thing or if this is just something that happens in this part of Virginia, but you visit my grandparents and they would make this thing called yak, okay? Y-O-K is how they spelled it. I'd never heard of it. They're trying to pass it off as this Chinese dish. This is yak, okay? These are the 3 ingredients you need. You need boil as many spaghetti noodles as you believe you're going to eat.
Okay.
In a separate bowl, you want to mix ketchup and soy sauce.
What?
Follow along.
All right.
You want to mix them together.
What does that end up tasting like?
It tastes like ketchup mixed with soy. It tastes exactly
salty ketchup.
And then you drain your noodles and you put the noodles in that bowl and you mix it together.
And that's it?
And then you eat it.
No,
now,
what else is in there?
There's nothing else in there.
Noodles,
it's spaghetti noodles
and soy sauce.
And then the ketchup is mixed with soy. And look, part of it is they were broke.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I get it. But
what's wrong with a can of Spam?
But listen. You can still go to the kitchen and find a bunch of other food. So they weren't so broke that that's all they had. I'm just guessing at some point they were broke enough. Maybe that's all they had. But they liked it enough that even when they could buy groceries, food that people actually want to eat, this was a staple. This was
just thinking about
it. Dude, it was an absolute staple. And I ate it all the time as a kid because we went to visit my grandparents. That's one of the things. And it wasn't like your sit-down dinner. But if you just needed a snack between, say, lunch and dinner, they'd hook you up with yak. That's what they called it. And it's only
when I hooked you up,
dude. And it's only when I got older that I started thinking to myself,
like, or not.
It's not really, but
I'll hook you up.
You start thinking, like, you know what? I'm beginning to think this is not a Chinese dish.
Did you ever ask where they came up with the name? Is it because when you first eat it, you're like,
yeah. Like you say, like, why don't you come over? Why don't you come over to my place? I'm going to hook you up with a hose, a bucket, and a sponge to wash my car.
You are in luck.
You know, like, hey, what can you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Tony. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, so you were just talking about these weird food things that you guys would eat as younger versions of yourself. Well, the weird thing that I can't believe is it's not normal for me, but it's normal for her. My girlfriend's got this snack that she makes for herself quite often, actually, and I can't bring myself to try it every time she asks me if I want some.
You can try
it. Do it.
You could try it, depending. I think you can try it. Tell me what it is.
Well, it doesn't even look very good either when she makes it up. So it's peanut butter.
So far, so good.
With maple syrup.
Okay.
A bunch of like granola bits and peanuts, and sometimes she'll throw in bananas or like potato chips or something. It's just a big old concoction of just random food.
Well, no, wait, listen.
Put together.
I'm not a big health nut kind of guy. And it's not necessarily something I would want to eat. That doesn't sound that bad. People eat the peanut butter and banana. People do peanut butter and maple. And look, if she went to the vending machine and spent $1 on one of those like bird food bars that people love, and they glue it together with honey or whatever the hell.
That's what it's
basically that.
Is it
right?
baked? Does she bake it, and then is it like or is it just a ball of stuff?
It's just like normal room temperature. She'll grab all the ingredients and throw it together, man. I don't know. It looks weird and it kind of smells a little funny. I don't know. I can't personally bring myself to try it.
So you don't really want to kiss her when she's eating it, I guess, or when she's done.
Well, I mean, I kind of have to, but I try not to.
Yeah, all right. Well, no, you don't.
Yeah, but do you kiss her? Do you give her like a French kiss? Is there tongue touching tongue after she eats that, or is this just a peck on the lips?
Just a peck on the lips after she eats that.
Is she a smaller woman or is she a bigger woman?
Well, to me, she's about average. She's not.
Like,
She's not small, but she's not big.
Is she a health nut? Is she eating this for the protein aspect of it?
I'm thinking she just likes it, man.
Or is it just like something she's always...
She just likes it, man. She's not really a health nut. She just...
Okay, all right.
She just likes it.
What's the weirdest thing?
When I was growing up, a normal snack for me would be like, I don't know, make some toast or make a sandwich. But she just gets all this stuff and globs it together, and like she'll sit there with a spoon and a big old bowl of it and eat it for however long until she's done.
Okay. All right.
Does toast count as a snack?
I prefer.
I feel like
here's the thing. I
it's
think
an accompaniment.
An English muffin is a good snack.
Somehow, and I know it's roughly the same
is a
thing,
snack,
right?
But somehow toast is just
like
sad. Maybe if you put a layer of peanut butter on it.
Okay, I would give you that.
You know what I mean, like peanut butter toast, maybe. Just
but I just feel like toast.
It's open face still, but
it's a part of a. I'm eating something else that's better, and toast is its butt. So like when you eat breakfast, man, nothing wrong with toast, but I have bacon, I have a waffle, whatever it is, and then there's toast, but not just a plate of toast, and that's all I want.
I prefer my peanut butter on cold bread. I do get the idea of the toast and the peanut butter on top, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think it tastes better that way.
Do you put your bread in the fridge?
Yes.
And then you end up with that hard-ass bread.
Oh, no, I just microwave it.
Suck as a human. God damn it, that makes it worse, man.
Yeah.
Because if you microwave bread, you have that 5-second window where it is bread texture or you're not chewing on
a very, very small window of effing that up.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I've already learned it. I've got my microwave down to a science now. It's 5 seconds on the nose.
God, I hate cold bread. And I don't know why. Now, I can do cold bread if it is a sandwich that has meat. Or if you're doing tuna or something.
But you know me, man. I'm buying that Dave's grain bread, Killer Dave crap. It's not even close to bread. It's just got seeds and nuts in it and crap.
It's not even bread.
Yeah, it just looks like.
And what kind of peanut butter do you have?
Chunky Skippy. Extra chunky Skippy.
God damn it. I don't know why it bugs me. Like, man,
it's so
eat
good.
Peanuts if you want.
Do you like peanut butter brittle?
Yes.
See, to me, I just like that. I like to know that there's some peanuts in my peanut butter.
It's called peanut butter.
I know, but I like
That's
the taste
one
of
in the
peanuts.
goddamn cation, and it tastes like creamy peanuts.
I love the chunk.
You get the extra chunky.
Oh, I love the chunkier the better.
And again,
I'm a big pulp guy too in my orange juice.
God damn, you're an old man. These are the subtleties, right? So everyone grows up with orange juice. Everyone grows up with peanut butter and jelly. Everybody grows up with, tuna salad that your parents make. And you realize these little differences, all right? So as a kid, you started to understand which one of your friends' houses' lunch was more palatable to you. Because they say, hey, guys, you've been playing hard. I'm going to make you some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Grab them when you're done. You're like, that's cool. Well, my buddy Devin, his mom, much like you, uses the extra chunky peanut butter.
Devin's mom.
And it pissed me off. She was hot, dude. But I hated it. It used to piss me off. Her tuna salad, she's one of those people that added all the unnecessary things.
What is unnecessary?
Now, look, I don't like vegetables.
Do you like relish?
Don't put...
Just a little bit of relish?
No.
All right. See,
it
I like
doesn't need to be. I will cut you slack. I will accept that celery goes into it because you can't talk people out of it. I never do it myself. But after that, then you get weird things like, why is there a nut in the tuna salad? Why would you add something like a raisin?
No.
Like, how did this happen, man?
Tuna salad's just tuna.
I hate, but see, it's not.
I think you can do onion, relish, and celery. It's kind of like shrimp salad. Shrimp salad.
What do you put in your shrimp? Would you put relish in your shrimp salad?
No.
Okay,
strictly celery, mayonnaise.
All right, I will accept the mayonnaise and the celery as a base.
What can you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Big Nasty. Welcome to the men's room.
If you can find shrimp salad, I'd be happy.
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola.
How you gentlemen doing,
How you doing, Big Nasty?
I'm doing well. Sitting down here watching some seals, doing a little hunting on the waterfront.
Okay.
Pretty chill.
Nice.
Got one for you, man.
What you got?
You guys keep doing what you're doing, just so you know. I don't have to tell you or pat you on the back, but you guys have one of the most spectacular shows I've heard. I love you.
Thank you, man. Seriously.
Thank you, dude.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, Miles does. I don't care, but, you know.
Thank God there are only 5 shows out there.
As long as the Hills care, that's all I care. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I don't know if you guys are real familiar with Texas, but, you know, there's this huge culture of strip clubs, man. There's a lot of strip clubs down there. It's kind of normal. People do it a lot. And, of course, I have a group of friends that we all go to Cowboys games, and, you know, we do all these things together, and there's all these late-night activities. Unlike around here, there's stuff to do, but then there it's just a lot. So I got this group of friends. I'm not going to out them. Probably not going to like it, but they had this routine, man. About every other Saturday, they would go hit certain kinds of strip clubs. And they would go to this place. They called it a video hall. I don't know if you guys are real familiar with those. After I mention it, you'll probably kind of figure out what it is, man. But and they'd always invite me. I don't like strip clubs. I feel greasy in there. I've been to one, and I never went again, seriously. I feel greasy in there. They want your money. Not the big nasty. So anyway, so one night I took them up on it. It was during the summer. It was kind of kicking, so I went ahead and took them up on it. So we go out. We go to clubs at first. We don't hit any kind of strip clubs. But then at the end of the night, it's about 3 a.m, they asked me if I wanted to go to the video hall, right? And I'm like, all right, yeah, we could do that, man. I'd never heard of that, you know. And this is like, God, what year is this? 2007, summer of 2007. So fairly recent, anyway. So we go, man. I go up in there, and it's like this really weird, swanky place. They got, like, as soon as you walk in, they got stuff to buy, weird sex toys and this really weird stuff. And you have to buy a membership because it's like technically a private club. You fill out this little card, literally, just your name and your age. You show an ID. The membership costs $1. You have to buy tokens. That's kind of where they make their money at. So you got to buy a minimum $5, whatever. So I do all this, and we go back in there. Man, it's real dark and creepy. They got a smoking area in the back, and there are these rows of, like, it's almost shaped like a weird taverned out W. So you walk, and there's all these booths, man. They all got these curtains on both sides of the thing, and there's a guy walking around. He's like security. He's telling people, you got to get in the booth. You got to get in the booth. You got to get in the booth. So I get up in this booth, right, and I'm checking it out. There's a video monitor right there. There's a seat right there. And then there are these things that kind of start telling me what's going on, man. It's like a bottle of lotion. There's some towels and stuff.
Jesus.
So I'm kind of looking around, and I'm checking this place out. And I'm kind of like, I'm not touching nothing. I'm creeped the hell out.
Why do you need to go to a place to masturbate? You know what I mean?
Again, why do people make such a production about masturbate? It's the easiest thing in the world.
Better. It gets better. So there's this hole, literally speaking, a little bit higher, a little bit lower than waist level. There's a hole in the wall right between the booths. And I'm sitting there. Once I got to catch on to what's going on, I want my money back. So, whatever. So I'm starting to leave, and, hey, man, somebody sticks their finger through that hole. Right? So I turn and look, and I was like, what the hell is this, man? So I kind of, you see people like moving light stuff in the back. And they stuck their finger in there, and then this big-ass eyeball kind of, like, looked in there and looked at me, right? And I looked at him, and I was like, say, bro, what's up, man? Hey, dude, they wanted me to put the little nasty through there, man.
That's,
I was like, it's like a, I don't know what
and this is what your buddies do all the time. Or not all the time, but this is part of their tradition.
Yes, sir.
And you don't know who's on the other side, man.
Could be like a
male or female.
Could be like
both in there.
Could be like a dog eating peanut butter.
I mean you don't know. You do not know anything.
Yeah.
I know it was a human because it had a big knuckly finger coming through there, right? So I know it wasn't some kind of beast or nothing.
I'll tell you what, though, a Big Nasty, you're right about the strip club culture in Dallas. When my uncle lived in Dallas, I met up with my uncle on our birthdays. We get up one morning. It's a Sunday morning. It's our birthday, and we ended up at the Lodge, which is a strip club that has a fountain on stage that pours water. And the girls come through that fountain, so right when they come out, they're soaking wet. You know, like that's part of the gimmick on this place. But we get there at 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon because the place is packed and everyone's eating steak. Everyone is sitting down eating steak. Like there's not a seat in the house. How nice is this place? It was very nice. I mean, it's like, look.
So basically, is it like a steak house that has a strip
club? But they're known for their steaks. Either way, everything in Dallas is every single woman there is done up. Right. I mean, like, you can't go to Costco and just, wing it in sweatpants.
Oh, no.
These women, I mean, everything's blonde. The nails are done. The makeup is on. Whatever they want to do, they've done it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You go to the gas station. People are in heels. Like, no one is equipped you couldn't even run. You know what I mean? Like, it's the damnedest thing you've ever seen. The guys, they iron their jeans.
Right.
They wear $1,000 cowboy boots, really expensive stuff. You know what I mean? Like, their hats are expensive. It's very, very showy.
Oh, yeah.
Big ass Suburbans everywhere. You know what I mean? Like big, everybody's rolling. You know,
my aunt lives in Houston, which is not Dallas, but this is no lie. She will spend 2 hours applying makeup. It is 3:30 in the morning, and she'll ask you if you want to go to Walmart with her. And this is no joke. She will stand up, putting on makeup, and she looks fantastic. Like, where are you going? She's like, oh, I'm going to Walmart, baby. Do you want to go? I'm like, I do not. No. Not at 3:30 in the morning. I go back to sleep.
But that's normal.
Very normal.
What can you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA. Hold the line. More of your calls coming up. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the Men's Room.
Still comes Drug and Charge, Ryan Castle in the house. We will sit and spin with the Hot 100 Top 10 songs of all times. That's going back to the 1950s. These are the biggest songs in the history of the Top Hot 100. That's coming up with Ryan Castle as we sit and spin our question today. What can you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999-OLA.
Just on a quick side note, Miles, when we started talking about food and food combinations and all this, it is amazing what people eat or what other people, what they've seen other people eat.
And this is back to not being normal.
It's just not, man. I mean,
or everyone would, or
everyone
more people
would do it.
It wouldn't be such a shock to the system if you saw someone pour ketchup on scrambled eggs. Like, oh God, no, you've seen that many times.
You've seen it a million times, right. Yeah. You got one person who's, and like I said, you know, whether it's tuna salad, chicken salad, shrimp salad, you name it, depending whose house you go to, you know, there's just slightly different ingredients that they add. So someone had, right, man, like, why would you do that? So someone said, grapes and chicken salad is delicious. And I responded, I don't know you, but I hate you. And we've been going back and forth ever since. I just don't understand.
The only one they don't F up is egg salad. Because they don't put anything else in there. It's just eggs, mayonnaise, and mustard, right? No one ever tries to dress up the egg salad.
Well, because what could you add? You can't add nuts to that.
Right?
You're not going to add fruit.
Anything. No, it's just going to be straight up eggs.
But aren't you always suspicious of egg salad, though?
It's a little weird.
You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things, if I didn't make it or a friend didn't make it or something, I won't eat it. You know, you go to like these stores that have the pre-made sandwiches, and I'm like, man, it looks good, but there's just something about pre-made egg salad sitting in a package where I'm just not down.
Yeah.
Hello, Gail. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hello.
Hello.
Hola.
Hola, Gail.
Hola, Victoria.
Hola.
This is Debbie in Tacoma.
Oh, Gabby?
Gabby, okay.
All right,
No,
Gabby. Debbie. All right, Debbie, we got you down. Okay.
How are you guys today?
We're doing good, Debbie. How are you?
Good. Well, I used to live in a little town in southern Oregon called Klamath Falls. I was down there for about 17 years. And there was one family that was down there. That, they were pretty mean-spirited people, and people just kind of stayed away from them. And all of the kids were overweight. The mom was overweight. I mean, severely overweight. We're talking like 350, 400 pounds.
Okay.
And the kid at 10 years old was pretty close to 150 pounds.
At 10?
And I was in Walmart one day, and Mom came in with her kid, her 10-year-old, and she was wearing a sports bra, spandex, and a thong above the spandex pants.
Yeah.
She weighed probably about 350, 400 pounds.
Floss.
Yeah, but when you're 300,
she thought it was.
But when you're 350 pounds, are you wearing a G-string? You're just wearing normal panties, and that's
just
as much coverage.
Well, I mean,
They're stretched out to thongdom. They're stretched out to thongdom. They were really granny panties, but
they did what they could.
Half of it's just missing. It doesn't mean to be, but it is.
Yeah, it gets lost.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Yeah, is that a Walmart thing though? I mean, like if you look at the people of Walmart.
They call them Walmartians.
Walmartians.
All right. Walmart. Walmart is
strange things happen. Strange things happen in Walmart, like after midnight and before 5 o'clock in the morning.
Much like 7-Eleven.
Strangest people in the world come into those stores.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, Walmart has everything.
If you keep your doors open after midnight and you're not just serving alcohol, you should expect the strangest people in the world. That's just how it goes. The one thing I do appreciate about Walmart, there's just no judgment.
No.
I mean, it doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, what you're wearing, why you're there, what you're about. It's just hey, shop on, man. Nobody cares.
The most amazing thing, I guess it's the time of the year that I go back there, but I go back and see my mom and grandmother, and they live on the West Virginia-Kentucky border. Walmart is a very big deal there. Everything else is closed down. This is one of the few things that put all those places out of business. So
exactly.
That's where people go. But at the Christmas season, man, they have these giant snow globes They have like 10 different kinds of snow globes, and they are inflatable things, right?
Like for your yard?
Oh, yeah. And you might have whatever you have, like Frosty the Snowman inside of it, maybe Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Either way, it's blowing these fake balls of cotton in the air. It looks like the snow globe that you would get that you shake up, right? Now, okay, these are the most gaudy things you've ever seen in your life. Every single person, and that, now granted it's a Hatfield and McCoy's town, but every single house has 2 or 3 of these giant snow globes from Walmart, like blowing crap in their front yard. And that's like, it's so exciting for everybody.
Is it keeping up with the Joneses?
I don't know. Everyone needs a double snow globe. I don't know. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
There's the one family in the neighborhood that's going to take Christmas too far, but like you don't try to mimic them, you just accept them.
What can you not believe someone thought was completely normal? 844-999 Hola.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.